The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 37. Check 37.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shift.
Here's Marlon Mack. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Good job, D.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Check 50. Hey, switch gears. Kill. Check 13. Check 13. Tighten up.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He's coming. Check in. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
A team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming.
Here we go, 46. Come.
Slam.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Who needs
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Haywood.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Rush in. Hit it. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Hey, let's go, baby. Your son.
Go.
Hey, take your soft stuff back to home. Soft stuff back to home. 53's the Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, come on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Buzz.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Going to 53.
31, check 31.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Safety's creeping.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll set up the throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be knocked away end zone. It's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey.
53's the mark.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Whip.
Hey, seam 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. 53.
Looking to throw.
I'm coming.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Get ready.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check.
They'll go again here with Matt.
He's checking.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mike, 44. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, that's big time. That's big time. Let's work. Come on.
Big edge.
On second down, it's Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike, check. You're not ready. Check. Check 3.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Let's get it.
Hey,
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
Kill. Chef. There we go, kill. 26.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Check. Crunch. Fire. You're coming.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Blue draw corkers. Back. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Ready? Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Ready? 15, line.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Don't let him breathe.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike 54. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check 3, check 3.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
40. Check, check. Defense wins championships, baby. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Check, 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 check. Gun. 44 is the mic. We're going to 54. Why in? I got him. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Prescott now looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
Come on, baby.
A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
First down, Colts.
Echo. 44.
A first down throw for Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.